each other's mental space. If you ever need me, just call. I'ma come running, give it my all. Love is love, God wins. Keep your vibrations high and watch how your blessings.
Well, I mean, Grand Rising, Namaste, Ashe, Salutation, Shalom. If you're just now coming in, then everything that I said was going to happen, it's probably happening. It's probably happening. I got you.
So wake up to the take up, time for a shake up. Everything is changing, there's a real wake up. Mr. Wise is way ahead, go back, listen to what he said. Truth being told, expose the lie. The brand new sky is something you can't deny. This is the reason why. On fire, my soul's on fire. It's like the light moving up higher. My soul's on fire, on fire. Turn up, it's getting hot. So learn up or burn up, we're being taught. The past, future, in the now, you will understand if you allow. Mr. Wise will talk you through. He's gonna take that walk with you. He can give you the notes, let your spirit reply. You will feel why. My soul's on fire.
You didn't even say anything yet. I don't even know how you're supposed to name it. You didn't even post nothing. You didn't even say nothing.
Wise, can you say it again? Louder for the ones in the back. Mr. Wise, can you play it again? You keep my soul on track. Mr. Wise, can you tell us again? Tell us everything you know, from the beginning to the very end. You make my spirit glow. Speak to my soul, speak to my soul. Speak to my soul, speak to my soul. Speak to my soul, speak to my soul. Speak to my soul, speak. My soul's on fire. My soul's on fire. It's like the light moving up higher. My soul's on fire. My soul's on fire. My soul's on fire. It's like the light moving up higher.
What's going on? Appreciate you from Australia. Love is love. Namaste. I say salutation. Shalom. Peace. wanted to get into some stuff, a polyon. I wanted to, actually get into a bunch of stuff. I wanted to. Um, but we have been literally, putting ourselves through more than what we needed to go through in everything. I don't know why. Um, I can't even think why we continue to do the stuff that we do and then make it seem like we're not doing it. Make it seem like, you know, I can't even explain it because, people continue to do it, right? When it comes down to it, it's almost like, why? Why do we continue to push the narrative of this fight towards one another? Is it because we can't get to the people that we want to get to? Like, why is it this heavy fight with one another? Why do we manipulate each other? Is it because, like, the people that we want to talk to, we can't reach? Is that what it is? The people that we want to talk to, we can't reach. So we fuck over each other and all of this. As far as like being a voice, being heard, is that what it is? We can't reach the people that we want to reach. We can't, commune with the people that we want to commune with. So we kind of like take some type of, low vibration out on one another. I'm just saying. It seems like, you know, we only hurt the people around us, you know. That's what it seems like. It seems like we only hurting the people around us. And the more we, sit around and try to act like we got it all figured out, a wise man will tell you that we know nothing. That's what a wise man will tell you, that we know nothing. But like I said, we move forward with this in a greater endeavor to try to understand. You watch different variations of things that we pointed out over here on YouTube alone, not including, TikTok, not including the multiple pages on TikTok that we created. You guys watch the level of suppression with the knowledge that I'm putting out there. You guys watch the level of suppression with the knowledge that I'm putting out there. And you also watch people manipulate the knowledge that I'm putting out there, right? You also watch people take my likeness and image, right? And still we sit here and make it seem like I didn't point all this out back in December. And still it's another loop, right? This is why in the Bible, these miracles that you talk about, when you go back and look at it, it says that these was revealings of truth, right? Even the Bible tells you a miracle was considered a revealing of truth at that time, right? And they revealed a lot of truth to us. And you know what happened? All y'all do is create another loop, right? If somebody predicts something, right? And y'all watch what they predict happen, what y'all gonna do? Tell them to predict something else. Or you're gonna go get somebody else and tell that person about the prediction. And then that person's gonna come along and say, well, you think they can predict something else? So you always going to make somebody perform. And this is why, the idea of Christ has become a performer. You guys want Christ to perform for y'all. You guys don't want to accept the energy of Christ. You guys don't want to accept that there is an energy of Christ. You guys want a performer, right? And this is why I go into different variations of knowledge when it comes to like, digging into this knowledge. And they make it seem so like, this is not this and that is not that. Nobody really knows how old the earth's been here. Nobody really knows how long, this has been going on, as a whole. But, tell me if you guys can hear this. Let me see. Apollonia. If y'all want to come up in the box, go over to Ralph DaWise on YouTube or Energy Atlas. We are actually on like 5 pages right now. I think 6. 3 pages on YouTube, 2 pages on TikTok, and 1 page on Twitch. Yes, we are broadcasting on 6 platforms right now. Turn up. You guys probably can't hear it though. But this the reason why I go back and I study certain things like this is because this is the way of the world. Let's be honest. Knowledge is actually shaping our future more than what we want or don't want, right? The knowledge that we're putting out there, it's actually shaping our future, whether we want it to or not. It is reshaping our future. So this is why I go back and make sure that I study certain things, I look into certain things. You guys don't have to. Support goes a long way. When you just find somebody that you can be around for 5 minutes, and you can make those 5 minutes stretch out longer, right? That's a great support system. You guys make it seem like your attention is not worth anything. Your attention is worth more than what you give it credit for. That's why Kai Cenat, no matter how many millions of dollars he have, he's going after people's attention. He just hit what? 1 million subscribers yesterday, right? On his Mafia-thon, third Mafia-thon. On the third Mafia-thon, he hit 1 million subscribers yesterday, right? Because it's attention. Attention is power. When you give somebody your attention, when you sit there with these people on these live streams, it's data coming in, so on and so forth. So that's why I say, like, maybe we not paying attention to the world like we should be paying attention to the world because we so blinded by everything else that's going on. We so blinded by everything else that's going on. And with everything that's going on in the world, we play a part in this collectively, but we do play a part in this, right? You see the Charlie Clerk situation, right? We pointed out everything that's happening in that situation. You guys were right here when I pointed it out, right? The first day of the happening, I'm pointing this out. I'm saying, look, the world is one big stage. I always say this, right? But see, the problem is a lot of y'all say that y'all want somebody that's honest. And a lot of y'all say that y'all want somebody that's, open and truthful. But then when someone lays the truth out to y'all, don't the mirage of, sugarcoating shit, don't it sound a lot better than the truth? You see, the problem with this world is you guys want the sugarcoat, and y'all want the sugarcoat to be the truth so damn bad that when someone actually tells you the truth, you deny it because it's not the sugarcoat. You want the sugarcoat to be the truth. So when someone comes along and gives you the truth, It's not the sugar coat. You looking for the sugar coat to be the truth. So when Constantine manipulated the knowledge that was given, and he made y'all think that there was a physical walk of Christ down here instead of a story of an energy that is actually etched in our zodiac sky, right? The 13th, the mystery 13th, the golden gate that sits at the foot of Hercules, Hercules being represented as a demigod, Christ being represented as a demigod, right? You don't see this story right in our sky. The story is written right there in our sky. The 12 zodiacs, the 13th one that they pushed out, right? Christ is a representation of that 13th. He's got 12, and then he himself makes number 13th. Nobody counts the individual themselves, right? Well, Christ always counted himself as, because that's why he said, I am no better than you. So if he considered them to be disciples, then he himself was a disciple of himself, for he was doing his father's work in the first place. One's in the chat if you understand what I just said. One's in the chat if you understand what I just said. He too was a disciple of that same, because he was doing the works of his father. Therefore, his father told him to put together the group. His father, see, this is the problem with understanding things, right? The problem with understanding or a lack of understanding, right, is the simple fact that we as a collective, right, fail to try to grasp the cycle of life. Let me ask y'all this. Why is it that y'all know so much about the unaliving process, but don't nobody never want to talk about the living process? Huh? We know so much about death, but don't know shit about life. Tell me, why is that? Why do we escape the knowledge of the seed, of the essence, right? Everybody want to tell a story about when they was with their mother, but nobody tell a story about when they was with their father. There was a time that you was in your father's sack. No one knows the story of being in the father's sack because you guys manipulate this. Down here on this plane, on this frequency, on this dimension, whatever title you want to give it, you guys have manipulated what is, always was, and always will be. And when real knowledge comes into this world, which is called universal knowledge, when that universal knowledge comes into this world, you guys deny that it is being given from the universe. Think about it. All the schools down here, and Christ was self-taught. All this learning down here, and Christ was getting his knowledge from above. And every time they argue with him and ask, where did he get this from? He would say he got it from the sun. And that's why they mocked him and gave him the crown of thorns. Are we forgetting about that part? Why did they mock him and give him a crown of thorns? Because they said, here's your crown, son God, because he said he was getting knowledge and stuff from the sun. Right? Ain't that what we learning about right now with these solar flares? Ain't that what we learning about? Solar synthesis? Plants go through photosynthesis. But because we are essences from the stars, we go through solar synthesis. That's why the solar flares are affecting our body, right? Because we're going through a form of solar synthesis, and it usually takes place in the wee hours of the night. That's when it's taking place, when you sleep. If you lay in your bed sometimes, especially when the August gate is open, or Lion's Gate, whatever you want to call it, you can feel these vibrational frequencies. Everybody that exists is on a vibrational plane. And you might not be on the same vibrational plane that I'm on. That's why we don't exist in the same physical. But that don't mean your vibrational plane is not vibrating. Everybody is a frequency or on a frequency. Everything is frequency vibration. Light and sound playing off of frequency and vibration. And we all exist simultaneously at the same time. So everybody perception of this world exists at the same time. So how do we not have a grander understanding of existing if we know that the perception is based on the beholder, right? Some of y'all perceive that racism exists. Some of y'all perceive that it don't. Some of y'all perceive that black people is the chosen one. Some of y'all perceive that white people are saviors. Some of y'all perceive this, therefore your reality is a reflection of your perception. Until we start to change the way we, think, then how we perceive this world is always going to be how we perceive this world. But I want you guys to take a listen to something, because before there was the biblical Christ, there was another Christ that took place. And this is where they took the image of Jesus of Nazareth, and it was from this persona. And I want you guys to listen. Tell me if you can hear it. Damn. How can I do this for YouTube and TikTok? And okay, I can share the screen with you guys. Right. Every time I do this, y'all start flagging my account, but I don't care anymore. I don't care about the account anymore. Y'all can have it. I never was trying to monetize off these accounts anyway. That was y'all trying to paint the image that somebody wanted money off of this and somebody was doing this for money. Every time somebody step out and put this knowledge and stuff out there, and every time somebody's bold enough to stand up against all the monsters that exist, and y'all see me pointing them out, from the Jaguar rights to the Denots to the, y'all see me pointing them out. Y'all see me fight all these different entities over here on YouTube, and still y'all deny me. But it's okay, because we're going to move forward with this regardless. Apollonius, first century. Apollonius. You hear that? Intellect. Huh? Same thing Christ said. I go to build kingdoms in my father's house. The mind. Watch. I can't wait till all this truth come out. And this is first century. This is first century Apollonius. Y'all can't hear it, or is it echoing? You can look it up yourself. You got to look up Apollonius yourself. Oh, okay. You couldn't hear it. Yeah, um when it comes on like that, it always messes up. But I don't know. Uh and the reason why I got it playing out loud is because I'm live on 2 TikTok pages too, YouTube. So y'all gotta bear with me because I realize that people don't want the truth out there, right? But I did also come to the realization that it's not up to what the people want, right? Because the people are not in charge of this verse, whether we think we is or not, right? It is all about vibration and frequency, right? So as long as I can multiply myself on numerous platforms. Matter of fact, I should be live on Facebook right now, and I'll just keep putting the vibrations, by the frequency of the truth out there by constantly speaking on it, right? I'll just constantly speak on it and put it out there on numerous platforms. They don't have to push the numbers into my room, right? I understand the suppression of numbers now, why they don't allow certain platforms to grow. Why at one point TikTok was growing out of control, and then all of a sudden the government decided to say that our war is not on other countries, our war is on the conspiracy theorists that's on TikTok. You guys don't remember that? That's how I know we all got short attention spans, because right around like the time of 2021, all this shit was going on. They literally stopped the whole pandemic fight just to fight the conspiracy theorists on TikTok. And they put about 2,000 plus agents out there to monitor and watch people accounts. They don't want to do an investigation on that. How people are getting gang stalked. Why they don't want to do an investigation on that? How they are fucking with people's minds psychologically, how they are trying to fuck with people's finances, right? You got people on the internet that'll send you money and then withdraw, try to call the money back just to try to freeze up your accounts, right? You got people playing all types of weird manipulation games. They want to find out, oh, send me the information to your crystal shop. Why? So they can dig into it and try to, tear it down. Oh, send me the information about your agency on TikTok. Why? So they can dig into it and try to tear you down. That's why I say the manipulation game down here, the way people play in your face, the way people lie to you, use different variations of cohortions of the heart, right? Oh, I'm gonna get in touch with this person for you and see if I can get you an interview. I'm gonna get in touch with this person for you and see if I can, look out. Oh, this person is interested in this or that. Tell me the names of all the people that's involved with your Atlas collective, right? And slowly but surely, I watch what y'all did. Slowly but surely, I watch y'all reach out to each and every individual that was in that Discord. That's why I discontinued the Discord. Well, the old Discord. The new Discord, I haven't even started building it yet because I just want people to I want the right people around me. Mine's is not about just having a bunch of numbers. I done had Discords with 300 people or plus. You know what I'm saying? I want the right people around me. People that actually want to grow within this collective, not try to trick me, manipulate my mind, make me think that they want the same thing I want when really they're stealing my intellectual properties. Keep telling me, oh, give me this, give me that, tell me this, tell me that, right? I'm watching y'all manipulate. I'm watching y'all play in my face. I'm watching y'all do interviews with people in the Discord and then take that shit back to other people. I'm watching y'all play in my face. Why wouldn't I step away from that? Why wouldn't I step away from that? Y'all, I've been giving y'all transparency every step of the way, letting y'all know my every fucking move. And I watch y'all play on me. Even with the Freeway Farm shit or whatever, Freeman Farm shit, even with that shit, right? That dude actually needed fucking help. And someone played on his mind. So when we went out there to help him, somebody contacted him from the internet. And we're not going to say who, because when the investigation come out and when everything is shown and proved, y'all going to see. But just to think about it, a motherfucker was really out here putting their self out there to really help people in the physical world, right? And that's what y'all stopped. Y'all literally seen us go out there to the greenhouse, put all this shit together, and that's what y'all attacked. All the shit that y'all could have been fucking fighting, all the shit that y'all could have been exposed. Y'all try to take the truth and make the truth a fucking lie. And y'all wonder why I stepped away from that. Y'all wonder why I stepped away from that. I watched the people that was doing the music. Oh, now y'all ain't doing music no more, right? Now all the little songs and shit done stopped. All the little putting albums out there done stopped. I done fucking put in for Discro and got shit coming out my account for no fucking reason. Got StreamYard coming out my fucking account. Got all of this shit coming out my fucking account. And I'm watching y'all fucking play on me. Y'all don't, why wouldn't I step away from that? The thing about me is I'm going to keep my peace and my positivity no matter what. That's what I'm going to keep. My peace and my positivity, right? So all the games that y'all play, all the levels of manipulation that y'all play, at least I was putting myself in physical action to actually go help people, right? Now I don't give a fuck about no Danny Robinson calling everybody that I'm going to go out to next. I don't give a fuck if you call Kobo's Landing. I don't give a fuck what you call. You not about to stop me from, having the retreats, building my collective. You're not really about to stop none of that because you really not an intellectual being. The intellectual beings will always be drawn to the knowledge that I'm putting out there, no matter what fucking page I'm doing it on. The intellectual beings will always be drawn to the knowledge that I'm putting out there. So you can paint me, you can color me bad, you could do all of that weird shit that you want. But when I put myself in motion, I bet you people gather to me. I bet you people reach out. You fucking mad because ain't nobody reaching out to you and telling you to come out there and build a homestead on their property, right? You mad because ain't nobody telling you, oh, come on out. And I bet y'all start stealing my motherfucking ideas. Y'all already stealing them from the gaming and everything else that I'm doing. I'm watching y'all. I came over to YouTube. They all was like, oh, you from TikTok. Get out of here. Go back to TikTok. And now I'm watching them try to operate on multiple platforms at the same time, watching all of these different variations of manipulation. We gonna remember who y'all is. So that way when we make it, we know who the fuck y'all is. Huh?
This one's for no nuts. The fraud, the faker, the coward. Let's go. No nuts, you a threat, that's a comedy skit. Act hard in person, but you never commit. Sniffing that powder, trying to boost your flame, but your brain glitching, lost in the game. Push it out for me, that line is old. Fake flexing diamonds, but your jewelry's cold. Mean for no reason with a grin full of spite, but you fold when it's real, never stand in the light. Low budget actor, can't land a part. Wig on crooked, no soul in your art. Fake tough, fake deep, fake views you chase. You a walking L with powder on your face. No nuts got charges, he wildin' again. Fake lawyer talking, but
And you know what? Like all the people that was doing the music, helping out with the Atlas, I appreciate it. We appreciate the songs that we did do. If you did get recognition, if you are making music for somebody else, kudos. If you did get approached by somebody else, from the Discord and you going to do stuff for them and you making music for them, kudos. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm glad that all of y'all, got what y'all wanted out of it. You know what I mean? My object was to always just push out knowledge and wisdom, and you guys can't stop me from doing that. That's why this is so great. That's why, I myself don't even, care that you guys are, taking the image of me. You know what I mean? This has been happening in the world before we even was here. Look at this story right here. If you even listen to this story, you will see. This is nothing new in the world.
Born February 16, 2 AD in Tyana, Cappadocia, Greece. Original founder of true Essene Christianity, whose precepts originate in Buddhist India and China, Himalayas. Replaced by Yeshai Beth Halakmi, pseudo-crucified Essene of 4 BC, Jehoshua ben Pandira, the Jesus of 100 BC, and Krishna, the avatar of 3000 BC, by the priests of Constantine at the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD. The New Testament is a distorted account of his life and teachings. He was the awe and wonder of his time, Apollonius of Tyana, the true Christ of the 1st century AD. Apollonius was born of wealthy parents in the Greek town of Tyana, Greece, and his birth was miraculously announced to his mother by an archangel.
Can
He
y'all
was an
hear it?
active and precocious child and was sent to reside at the temple of Aesculapius in Tarsus at age 12, where he was initiated by the priests and where he excelled in religious and philosophical learning and debate, and even performing healing miracles. At the age of 16 he adopted the Pythagorean philosophy and lifestyle of abstaining from animal food, wine, and women, living only on fruits and herbs, maintaining 5 years of silence, praying to the sun 3 times a day, dressing only in white linen, non-animal fabric, going barefoot, and never cutting his hair or beard. He believed in the immortality of the soul, in metempsychosis, and in a supreme deity ruling lesser deities. He also wrote books on astrology. Before starting his public
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that, TikTok. I mean, YouTube. I was talking to somebody on another page. But yeah, when you're doing this, like, you just gotta want the knowledge out there. Like, I'm watching different variations of manipulation, but I can't do nothing about that. And the reason why I say I can't do nothing about that is because I would exert more energy trying to fight or combat these different frequencies that are inside of people, when really they got to want to fight those frequencies their self and be honest about their self. If everybody running around faking like they doing good things and happy people, why are we not seeing a better world? Why are people not taken care of better? Why do we got so much poverty? That's how you know it's so many people faking out here like they really care and like they genuine. But if the world was really caring and genuine, we will be in way better condition than we in.
That's no lie. That's no lie at all. I've seen a lot on TikTok. That's why I really haven't been on this much, because there's so much to it.
Well, I mean, then you got those who are on here just to push other people off of here. So however you look at this, TikTok, YouTube, all of this stuff, it's not going anywhere. So the best thing we can do is learn the shit and gather and put the link trees in and get the discourse together and get people to sign the rights to humanity, because right now your constitutional rights is about to be shaken with everything that's going on. We are at a civil unrest, and no matter how we look at it, if the power is given back to the people, then the people need to unify. Let's stop trying to find different ways to tell people, oh, get off of this application, get off of that application. No, get on more applications. Learn these applications. You see Trump and his wife saying that AI technology is the next advancement, right? She said Melania said anyone who is teaching using AI could get a grant, right? Jump out ahead of that. Start a online program. So therefore you're teaching people about technology, apply for the grant, get the money and put it in the proper stuff. Invest in the proper people, intellectual people, right? Let's stop fighting this fight their way and on this give up. Like, that's why I just give up. That's why I don't even try anymore. That's why I just stop. Like, man, y'all, the depression of this world is so astronomical. It's hilarious to me how sad and depressed people sound. You guys want to give up so fucking bad that all y'all do is go around and preach to other people, give up. No, find a different way. Let's unify. Let's realize that we better together. Let's put all of our resources together. Let's collaborate and start building together. No, that's too much work. I already got so much to do in the physical. I'm already busy. I got my grandkids coming over. I got I get it. I get it. Everybody keep doing the same thing, and it's hilarious that y'all keep operating the same, but wanting the world to change. You got to have the willpower to want the world to change. A lot of y'all ain't got no will, but y'all want change. Okay. You don't focus on the division. Why focus on the division? The division is going to be there. Why you want to fight division? Focus on the people that want to unify. Go find the people that want to unify. If life is what you focus on, why focus on division? Then you're always going to be divided. You're always going to find a way to divide. That's all y'all do is find different ways to divide and focus on the division. If the Bible say that the negative will begot the negative and the positive will begot the positive, then all we got to do is begot positive. That's it. And the negative will take care of the negative. The division, they'll start eating each other. They'll start fighting each other. You see what's happening right now with the Republican Party, with this whole turning point. You see what's happening right now. They beefing and fighting with each other. So why focus on that? Why focus on that? Focus on the ones that want to unify. And it might only be a few that want to unify. It might only be 2. It might only be 3. You might only find 5, but you have to be content with the 5 that you found. The rest of the world is going to do what they're going to do. And then you're going to have people that's going to see your positivity, your love, and they're going to come in and infiltrate, and they're going to try to make your image out to be what it's not. And they're going to try to steal your image and all types of stuff. We watch me go through it for 4 years. I done traveled to Florida. Y'all been around for that. I done went to Florida 2 times. You know, y'all done watch me go to Michigan. Y'all done watch me travel to try to build unity with pagans, with Christians, with all different personas of this plane. You watch me gather and try to go and unify with them. Y'all don't want unity. All y'all know is division. That's why when you was in kindergarten and 1st grade, they gave you a piece of paper with a bunch of dogs on there and told you to circle the ones that don't belong. And all your life, all you go around doing is looking for what don't belong. Instead of understanding that what is always was and always will be. If it exists now, it's always going to exist. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm getting people to see it. How do you think I build all these accounts? How do you think I got accounts that got 35K and people sit there and spam it and then, you know, get my live taken down? How do you think I lose 22K accounts, right?
It's just easier for you.
But if you're trying to teach people that they can do it too, it's not for them to get frustrated and come against you. It's for them to take the time to understand what it is and then learn from it. I mean, look at Soul Sparks. Yes, it was a lot, it was struggle, but finding her truth, finding her, spiritual essence, and living in that, you can see the growth with not on her page, but within her. You know what I mean?
She absolutely
But every individual has a spark, and it takes someone else, you know to come into your verse to remind you of that spark, right? But the problem with
Did y'all hook up with that guy?
Public mission he gave away his riches to his relatives with the aim.
Either one of those guys?
the who
There's two different guys here in Texas that have quite a bit of land that they've opened up. I can't remember. One guy wears a cowboy hat, one guy's a preacher. I wish I could remember their names. I haven't seen them for months either.
are you talking about the Atlantis? And
Yes.
I spoke to a couple of people, but like I say, how this works, it's like it's a lot of egos, and it's a lot of, they have an idea of what they want and who they want. Like, I went out to one guy in Michigan, and he was like after we were there, like so on and so forth, he tried to like be like, oh, I want like, some lesbians to come out here and da da da. I don't know what the fuck going on in this world, but people have an idea of the help that they want. And when you get there to help, it's like I want this type of help. I expect this type of help. I wanted these type of people. So a lot of people are using the land and stuff that they got to fornicate. I'm gonna just say it. They want a bunch of women to come out there, or a bunch of men to come out there. They want some type of fucking let's get high, and when you talk about the real spiritual shit, the real growth, the knowledge, the meditating, and they're like, oh, I don't want this type of people out there, and I don't want those, this type of people out there. And I don't want that. What the fuck? How can you have an open collective if you're not open to the collective? Like, it doesn't make sense. So I'm just going to, move in the direction of like where the spirit tells me, and realize like everything ain't for everybody. I don't want, think about it. Within the last 3 years, I don't went to so many different locations. Like I should be building something already, between going to Florida 3 times, Michigan. Do you know why are you coming in playing the stuff in the backdrop? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, come on, man. You playing in my face. You're playing right in my face. You keep on doing it with the voice playing in the backdrop. Oh, like, wow. Wow.
Aim of seeking only knowledge and wisdom. His mission began by going to Antioch, where he taught certain disciples, as well as learning the mysteries of that city's
You gotta
temple,
mute your
called
mic if
Daphne.
you tapping the screen, because
He also traveled to India and Egypt,
you got your
bringing back with him the doctrines of Krishna and Buddha,
Nobody
which then became the foundations of the Christian religion. As a Roman citizen, he traveled freely within the Roman Empire, acquiring the reputation of a social and political reformer.
That's why I
He
said
was fearless and spoke out against the tyranny of Nero and Domitian, for which he was jailed but later released. His most recounted incident was at the court before Emperor Domitian, where he disappeared into thin air before they could lay any kind of charge on him. Wherever he went, he attracted large crowds and held them spellbound by his words and deeds. Kings, rulers, and common folk constantly sought him for advice, and he gave freely. He traveled the world and always stood his ground, and was regarded by many as a god in the flesh. He compiled the epistles, and retired to the Isle of Patmos, where he wrote the Book of Revelation. Little is known about his death, but it is thought he lived past the age of 100, and shortly thereafter ascended to paradise. Temples and statues were built in his honor, and for the first 3 centuries AD he was regarded as a demigod and saint. The popularity of Apollonius' teachings became a threat to the decaying Roman Empire, so in 325 AD, at the Council of Nicaea, Emperor Constantine and his bishops devised the new Christianity and New Testament, which would turn attention away from Apollonius to a Judean carpenter by the name of Jesus. All records of Apollonius and his Essene Christianity were destroyed, and this meant burning the libraries, including the most famous one at Alexandria. The mobs who enforced the new changes met stiff resistance from the people, and some 50 million were eventually killed or martyred in the process. Important changes in the biblical texts occurred ever since then, such as the removal of the doctrines of reincarnation, astrology, and vegetarianism, to be replaced by their opposites, a mortal soul, a hellfire for diviners, and permission for meat eating and wine drinking.
Now, are you guys understanding exactly what was misconstrued? Is he wrote the book of Revelations, right? This is why I say, like, why are we not reading the knowledge of that's given, right? I always told you guys, like, the manipulation of reincarnation, right? They manipulated the reincarnation process with an unaliving process. Astrology, they took out and put hellfire and brimstone, right? They lied to you about the story of Peter where they said, go and eat anything. Do not call anything that I created unclean, right? They lied to you about that story because remember, even in the Bible, they left in the part where he said after he woke up, he started thinking like, what was that dream about? And then at that moment, 3 angels came to him and told him what that dream was about. Basically, that these 3 people are going to come to you and ask to, about your God, go eat with them, because at that time it was considered the unclean to eat with the Gentiles, right? He went and ate with the Gentiles, taught them about his God, right? And then when he went back to his people was like, why did you go eat with the Gentiles? He explained that dream to them to explain why he went and ate with the Gentiles and taught them about his God, right? So once again, the manipulation is right there in the text. This is a war that took place. 50 million people unalive for this, right? They took it all out. They took the whole story out with the Council of Nicaea, so on and so forth. Let me reread this for you if you can hear it. I don't know if y'all can hear it over on YouTube, but let me replay this for you.
Temples and statues were built in his honor, and for the first 3 centuries AD he was regarded as a demigod and saint. The popularity of Apollonius' teachings became a threat to the decaying Roman Empire, so in 325 AD, at the Council of Nicaea, Emperor Constantine and his bishops devised the new Christianity and New Testament, which would turn attention away from Apollonius to a Judean carpenter by the name of Jesus. All records of Apollonius and his Essene Christianity were destroyed, and this meant burning the libraries, including the most famous one at Alexandria. The mobs who enforced the new changes met stiff resistance from the people, and some 50 million were eventually killed or martyred in the process. Important changes in the biblical texts occurred ever since then, such as the removal of the doctrines of reincarnation, astrology, and vegetarianism, to be replaced by their opposites, a mortal soul, a hellfire for diviners, and permission for meat eating and wine drinking.
Do you see? Do you see? The carnal sin, right? This is why I say, knowledge is power, right? Astrology is tied to the Bible, right? Never forget the trick of Constantine, right? This is why I say these things. This is why I say these things. This is why I point these things out. This is why I bring up these things, right? Now, however we looking at this, things are changing, you know. Things are changing. And the idea of this world is changing. Like right now, we have energies and forces that are coming in that, you know, is not seen by man. And these energies and forces are interacting with certain vessels down here, right? And when you see that they are going to manipulate, right, they're going to tell you that we are aliens. That's what they're ready to tell you. They're ready to tell you that we are aliens. If you don't want to believe me, go watch the movie Fifth Wave. Go watch the movie Fifth Wave, right? In the beginning of the movie, now you guys might want to clip this. You might want to clip this right here, okay? In the beginning of the movie, he tells you that the first thing they noticed was a spacecraft that was hovering in the sky, right? Hence 3-Eye Atlas coming this way, right? Then they said that for a long period of time, the craft seems to be doing nothing, right? Hiding behind the sun, so on and so forth, changing its visibility level, so on and so forth, right? And then they say the first wave was an EMP. Boom. Got hit with the EMP, right? And they say the second wave was earthquakes and disasters, right? Damn, we watching that, right? Then they said the third wave, like, mind you, we went through the period where we seen planes falling out the sky. Y'all don't remember that? Planes was falling out the sky. They were trying to figure out what's going on. They said Elon Musk was manipulating shit because he was beefing with Trump. Y'all don't remember that? And then after Elon Musk and Trump stopped beefing, all of a sudden planes stopped falling out the sky. Y'all don't remember that shit? Okay, let me stop. Okay, let's keep going. So the fourth wave, listen to this. The fourth wave is literally the military telling them. Now in the movie, this is a movie, it's called The Fifth Wave. In the movie, it came out 2016 or 2016, right? In the movie, the fourth wave was the military making an announcement that the aliens are down there and they have disguised themselves as humans or found a way to take over human bodies, and they can detect them in the children, but they can't really detect them in the adults or some shit like that, right? It's hard to detect them in the children, or it's easier to detect them in the children. I forget how they explained it, but this is how they said it, right? And then they separated the kids from the adults. Y'all don't come on. Watch the movie and come back and tell me. If you remember the movie that I'm talking about, it's called The Fifth Wave, right? I read these books back in the day that was basically about the fifth wave. The reason why they don't continue movies is because in the books, it actually reveals something deeper, like the golden compass, the subtle knife. If you go watch that, His Dark Material on HBO, right? Well, it's not on HBO no more. I think they moved it, right? It's telling you that mankind has waged a war against God, but mankind can't reach God. So mankind is fucking with God's people until God returns. And then they're going to try to make God's own people fight the gods that return. And you don't see what's happening right now in the fifth wave. Same thing, same scenario, right? In the fifth wave, come to find out, when the angels come back, the angels wasn't who they said that they was, and they were using technology to manipulate what an angel was, and the real angels had to actually come back and fight the false angels that was manipulated by AI technology. Y'all don't see what the fuck going on? They giving y'all a false image. And something real is going to have to come back and fight what y'all think is false, because y'all are praising and idolizing falsitries. And the universe is trying to tell you something. Let's go back and look at the Georgia Guidestones. The Georgia Guidestones said if these things take place in the sky, then we are to lower the population by 95%. Right? And the reason why it said that is because it said that ether was going to be pushed back into this atmosphere, right? Spontaneous combustions of some type of DNA. Our DNA is changing. Remember, they sent melanin into space to see how it would react with the sun. You guys don't remember this shit? They also sent like 2,000 pair of Adidas in space to see what the fuck they can do with Adidas up there. And I don't know what the fuck they doing with Adidas in space, but y'all don't remember this shit. And it's okay. It's okay if you guys don't want to, press the like button. It's okay if you guys don't want to, support, real knowledge. It's okay if you guys don't want to, engage. It's okay. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm telling you the truth. With all the knowledge that's coming in and everything that I'm, I can sit here and play the game and be content with everything. With the change and the shape of the way that's going on in the world. Y'all see what they painted in North Carolina, that black dude just stabbing that Ukrainian girl and then saying that it was material that the government put inside of his body that responded to her or acted, right? They needed that to be looked at on a global scale, because this is the type of technology that they selling. This is the shit that they selling to the other countries. They telling them, look what we did. We created a system where literally MK Ultra might actually be real. They might actually be taking over those who have got the injections. The nanobite technology could be inside of you, and that's what the fuck they don't want to investigate. All of these stabbings, all of this crazy shit that's going on, go check the Athena. Go check the Athena, the person that did that shit to the manager. Go check the Wendy's pew-pewing. Go check all these people and see what fucking vaccination they took. See what the fuck they got. See what nanobite technology they got inside of. Remember, that's why they told you that certain people had to go take this one and certain people had to go take that one. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Y'all sold yourselves. All y'all that took that shit, y'all fucking sold yourselves. Y'all don't know it. That's why a lot of people felt like they soul left. That's why y'all mad at the people who still got they soul. Something inside of you automatically tell you to go against me as soon as you hear my motherfucking vibrational frequency voice. As soon as you hear the vibration that's coming off of my fucking tongue, you know that I got a soul in you, and something inside you know that you don't. You sold yourself. They have found a way to not only see P. Diddy and them was doing that shit through, putting a seed in your anal or your rectum, because this was a way to your lower chakras, right? Your root chakra and your sacral chakra, right? Using, sperm or whatever the case may be. So P. Diddy and them was doing it that way, right? But then you got these motherfuckers who come along and say, hey, we have the technology. We could do it better. Nanobite technology belongs in fucking computers and shit like that, software, shit like that. It's programmed. It does something. That means when a certain frequency hit that nanobite technology, it can change its level of activity or do. And mind you, it is built with something that sneaks past your defense system. The body will fight itself before it finds that nanobite technology that's inside of it. That's the key to this, right? You guys are crashing out, and they're literally making movies about it. They telling you in the movies what they doing, and that's why y'all looking at it and saying that everything is related to the movies, right? Look at the Charlie Clerk situation. Oh, you seen Snake Eyes? They did it just like Snake Eyes. The hurricane outside was called Jezebel. The person in the ring was called the Executioner. The name of the boxer was called Tyler. The da-da-da-da-da. They doing this shit and everything. That's why you can go back and see that this is the fifth wave. Go back and watch the movie Fifth Wave. It might not be the fifth wave how you thought it was, but it is. It's a digital, right? Everybody that has the knowledge and wisdom to see past this shit, they're suppressing us. But all of these dumbass followers, they're making you think that's the ideal go-to image. Look how dumb Rakai is. Rakai is dumb as hell. He can't take advice. He don't want to listen to older people. Look at Reggie, right? Kai Cenat is holding that group together, right? Everybody else is potential crash outs, right? And you could see that in other groups too. Look at Aiden Ross group on Kick, right? Look at the other people that's creating these toxic groups. Hell, look at TikTok. Look at TikTok. Y'all remember when I used to sit on the panels with Kev the Comic, Rick the Ruler, you know? Y'all remember when I reached out to Known Cash and helped him build his account on TikTok, right? Y'all remember BB Gaming playing in our face? Y'all don't remember all of this shit? And why we just decided, you know what, man, we just about to play the game, man. Fuck that shit. Because we reached out to all these people. We try to help. We try to, you know what I'm saying, build with all these people. What happened? They manipulated. And they still took what we said. I can show you messages from BB Gaming where I gave him advice like, yo, you should open up your Discord to more people so they can build themselves off of, you know, your Discord and being in your space, so on and so forth, right? He tried to kick me. Well, he didn't kick me out of Discord. I actually left the Discord because people started like trying to spam or kept on trying to attack. So I was like, man, fuck that. I don't want to be around that negativity, because he wanted to build off of controversy, off of arguing. He kept on trying to pull me into arguments with other people. Yo, let's go over to messy TikTok, right? I was the one who introduced him into messy TikTok with Miss Nitra and all of them, right? So however you want to look at this, I don't want to participate with that negative. They've been doing that shit for 3 years on TikTok. For 3 years. They ain't none of them. They all just still doing the negative shit. Right? But they told me I was the problem. They told me I was the negative one. I've been separate. I've been literally outside of that shit for 2 years now, and they're still doing the same negative fucking shit. Only thing they did was come against the knowledge that I was putting out there. We don't want to hear about those moon stars and quasars. We don't want to hear about that stuff. Da, 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 da. That's what y'all really came against. Y'all didn't come against the money or whatever the fuck y'all start. Oh, we gonna stop him from getting a bag. Oh, I never gave a fuck about a bag. Why do you think I'm putting knowledge and shit out there for free? I could have fucking put together a whole book and just sold y'all the fucking ebook or something if I wanted money. I could have put classes together and made that shit $15 a fucking person and did it every fucking Tuesday if I wanted to make money off of this shit. I was trying to put the knowledge out there so we can unify, right? You guys wanted me to, oh, he's trying to sell us crystals. Oh, he's trying to, no. I was putting the knowledge and shit out there so we can know that we're greater reflections of each other, so we can realize we're all in it together, so we can realize unity is the key, so we can realize that we got to look out for each other, right? Then maybe, just maybe if we would have did that, maybe Trump wouldn't have fucking sold us out to fucking Islam or whatever, whoever the fuck he working for, because he ain't working for America no more. Let's say that shit. Let's just say that. Right? Something ain't right. Our country ain't our country. This motherfucker out golfing. We 3 days from a government shutdown. What's going on? Huh? You said you got $3 billion coming in, 30 billion, $300 billion coming in. So how the fuck is we facing a government shutdown? Use the money that you selling from our defenses and our weapons and shit. Oh shit, y'all flagging the account. Shit. Okay, let me reset this one then, because I mean they about to try to hit this one too. I see you, TikTok. No wonder why. I see the people that's coming in now. I see you, motherfuckers. No, you wasn't. You fucking weird. I told you. I told you y'all be playing in my face. That's cool though. Y'all trying to get me to do some feelings and emotions operation shit, and then try to. I, I wasn't. I was just get the fuck out of here. No need to play that shit in the background if you coming up on my panel anyway. So why you got that shit so loud in the background? That goes to show that you're not listening to what the fuck I'm saying or trying to join in on the conversation that's taking place. So what the fuck? I'm not doing this. We're not doing that. Not getting played on no more. I'm good on that shit. Like that. I keep an empty panel out this motherfucker. Hold on, I gotta go live on the other page too. I don't want that shit to get hit. Yeah. That's why I say, like, just pay attention, man. Just pay attention. Not everybody that's in your life is actually trying to, like, some people try to like understand you so that way they can better accommodate you. You know what I'm saying? Like when you learning people or people trying to teach you about them, they want you to know everything that irritates them, ticks them, and you supposed to make all of that better. You supposed to, watch out, be mindful of their ticks, be understanding of their past, all of that stuff. But I guarantee you that in some way or form, they not doing the same thing when it's coming to you, your triggers, your this or that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like they'll always have a justification for why they step on your boundaries. They'll always have a answer to why they disrespect you or don't give you the respect that they give other people. Think about it. It's a lot of people that was in relationships where they'll treat the person that they in a relationship with like shit. But then you'll watch them go to work and treat the people at their job like gold. You like, damn, right? Because the compass, the idea of this world is based off of like whoever, giving them the money. The only way that you gonna get the respect out of them is if you the one giving them the most money. If you the one that's how this shit works. They programmed your mind to respect the bigger dollar. Big bank take little bank type shit. That's where your knowledge is at. It's in the bank. All your knowledge, your intellect, that idea of a man getting paid by the sweat of his brow, all of that shit being manipulated, you don't even realize that knowledge is supposed to be power. You don't even realize it. Now it's big bank take little bank. Whoever got the bigger bank, I don't give a fuck how smart or dumb you is. The people gonna look at you as the smart person. So all you gotta do is give the money to all the dumb people, and y'all gonna follow that. That's what they learned about y'all. Put the diamonds, the jewelry on the people, and the people gonna follow the diamonds and the jewelry. Yep. And look at it. That image is so repeated. All these rappers, entertainers that made it, the Bruno Marses, why they don't already have banks? Huh? Think about that. We got so many billionaires in America. How? How is we not? We should, man, every building should be glorified, so on and so forth. How? How we still got the streets looking the way they look? How we still got poverty? How we still got, how? I need y'all to help me understand this. How? How? Where they with? Cause they got jets and yachts and buying all of this dumb shit that's really making Italians rich. And guess what? They putting that money into their other countries. All the stuff that we, putting our money into, they taking that shit and putting that shit into their country. You know what I'm saying? Look at Akon. Akon came over here and made all this motherfucking money, went over to Africa and try to build Acorn. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Nobody wants to fucking save America, but everybody want to come over here and fucking get our money and throw concerts and shit like that. And then go, the mansion, the millionaire, the yacht, the three. What the fuck? Help us. What about the people that's going to the concerts? Beyonce during the pandemic, tickets still $1,000-something. Shut up. Shut up. Y'all saying these people care, right? She won't even fucking speak about autism awareness, and she got an autistic kid. Clearly that girl is autistic, right? Beyonce should be the face for that shit for mothers that's going through that shit, right? So that way people can gain a greater understanding of what we facing in this world, right? These kids got to grow up. We got to learn how to better deal with spectrum-based kids, right? Autistic kids. They out there, they're working. They're working. You know how many of them I see at work all the time? A lot. And y'all ignorant as fuck out here. All you older Gen Xers, y'all don't know how to deal with our youth. I feel sad and sorry for the mothers who have to go through this because we sending our kids out there to y'all. And I know how nasty y'all fucking mouth can be. All y'all want to do is walk around and call people the R word. Oh, they reread. That's all the fuck y'all want to do as Gen Xers. Oh, they don't know American language. They can't speak our language. That's a reread. That's all y'all want to do. Our whole fucking youth, damn near 28 and under, is spectrum based. Damn near 28 and under. We created this society. We need to learn how to deal with them better. But y'all rather just fucking cross them off. Now they out here not knowing how to deal with their feelings and emotions. But okay. If you gotta go, you gotta go, right? Come on, man. We gotta do better collectively. That's why I just sit and play the game and try to reach the people that's on the game, because their mind is open for change. That's why they play video games all the time. You know, their mind is more open for change than the people that's, man, I don't like video games, man. Fuck that. Reality's not real. Y'all the ones that stuck in y'all ways. That's why I'd rather go find the gamers. I'd rather go deal with the gamers, because guess what? The gamers got an open mind. They can actually see past the shit that y'all don't want to see. That's why the Bible say you got to have an imagination in order to get into the kingdom of heaven. That's why I say that in the Bible. All y'all that's stuck in this, I don't want to talk about that. I can't imagine this. I can't imagine that. Okay, get away from me. I want the motherfuckers around me that can imagine shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I want the motherfuckers that imagine greater. That's who I want around me. You know what I'm saying? I want the Cinderellas around me. You hear me? That's who I want. I want the Cinderellas. If you a Cinderella, follow the page. Any page. We on 6 pages right now. Whatever page you watching from, whether it's Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, one of the YouTube pages, whatever page you on right now at the sound of my voice, if you in my own little corner, in my own little home, I could be whatever I want to be. If you a Cinderella, hit the motherfucking follow button. I promise you, I'm that type of person. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? In my own little corner, in my own little home, I can be whatever I want to be. You feel me? I'm talking about the black Cinderella. I'm talking about Whitney Houston, my motherfucking fairy godmom. You feel me? Huh? Impossible for a strange pumpkin turning to emerge into a carriage. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And 4 white mice can never be 4 white horses. I'm that motherfucker. Impossible things are happening every day. I'm that motherfucker. That's who the fuck I want in my corner. You hear me? I want those motherfuckers. Despite what's going on in the world, I want the motherfucker who got the song in their heart. Impossible, impossible, impossible. I want to wake up to a motherfucking musical. Huh? Huh? I want to go to work tomorrow and just, it's a hard knock life for, I want to turn my life into a Annie. Huh? By the end of the day, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. Man, listen to me. That's all I want around me is people that can put themselves in good thought and have good conversations and shake off all of that low vibrational shit. It's too many of y'all walking around want to constantly engage in them low vibrational conversations. It's too many of y'all walking around. Y'all don't know how to articulate positivity. Y'all don't know how to transfer energy into, y'all don't know how to take the negative energy in and transfer it into positive. You're a vessel. You are a vessel. You have the ability to take in negative energy and transfer it into positive, right? But you don't. Y'all take in negative energy and then y'all go out and push out negative energy. It's a victimizing program. It's where you feel like you're the victim and then you got to go find somebody to victimize so you can feel better about your victimization, whatever the fuck it is, right? So you're not going out and saying, you know what, I've been through enough and I don't want people to go through what I went through. So I'm going to go out there and try to be better in the world and try to be nicer in the world. Y'all ain't moving like that. I was in, 8 different group homes, 3 different foster homes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still trying to be out positive, right? I done had grown people manipulate me since I was fucking 13 years old, staff members, different group home attendants, so on and so forth, right? And I'm still trying to go out there and be positive. Even in my physical world, I stretch myself out to the furthest extent to where as though I'll use my resources to go travel to somebody to try to help them grow, help them build, so on and so forth, right? And I still get fucked over and I still operate kindly, right? Y'all watched it on YouTube. Y'all watch me go travel to somebody's land, try to help them out. This motherfucker got confused on me trying to give them food. I was being too nice. It confused him. Why he being nice to me? See what I'm saying? You be nice to a man in this world, their mind is fucked up. As a man, right? Every time I'm nice to another man, their mind takes them to fucking weird places where they start trying to compete with me or do some masculine energy shit, or then they think I want to fuck them or something. Some weird shit like that, right? Yo, he made me food. He brought me food. Nigga, that's a courtesy. Now I see why they wrote books like, Prison Dreams or because y'all men mind is fucked up. Like, think about it, ladies. If you speak to a man, if you just say, hi, how you doing? Oh, she wanted me. She wanted me. She wanted to be with me. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody thinking fucked up in this world. And women think the same way. Sometimes I try to just tell a woman, like, you smell great today. Because sometimes I think, shit, if I'm putting on fucking cologne every day, I want somebody to tell me I'm smelling good. That's what the fuck I'm putting it on to. I know it smells good. That's why I'm putting it on. I want somebody else to recognize the scent, that I'm taking care of myself. You know what I'm saying? That I'm smelling good. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I dress just to sit in the house all day because I dress for myself. It's a practice. My mom used to tell me, you never know when you're going to end up, in places you don't want to be. So make sure you always got clean drawers on, But in this world, the world we live in, you guys live in this ideal image that feelings and emotions rule everything. You guys allow feelings and emotions to control your everything. Hold on, let me play some music.
You like to talk a lot of smack. You spy and lie, you boast, always gotta do the most behind my back. When you're faced with all the facts, you switch right up, you don't remember all of that. Showing off like you're in a pageant, bragging on about your status. Little do they know there's a real dark method to your madness. All the hate you brew inside, tragic. From a monster to the victim, play the role so well, dramatic. Is that it? Moving on, now it's time for me to work, wave my magic wand. You're no match for me or the power of my tongue. Let me show you how it's done. I can too terrorize you for fun. Demon be gone. You're a narcissist, can't hide it when it shows. Tied down by your traumas, and now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist, a reaction is your aim. I'll just give you nothing, watch you lose at your own game. You're a narcissist, it's always your way, it's your lane. Doesn't matter what I try to say, decline. You want what's mine, try to bring me down, try to take me out, but you can't steal my shine. You always wanna start a fight, no rules, never can you lose, no clue to why you always gotta be right. Tell me why you're so uptight, if it's all for show. Gotta let you flow, gotta let you go. Can't dwell on it your whole life. Get back, I don't want your static. Nothing but a drama addict. Those repeated cycles, I have studied all your habits, but the way you stare at me, you savage. Try to pawn your pain on me, return to sender with that package and trash it. Moving on, now it's time for me to work, wave my magic wand. No more dragging me through the dirt, teach you right from wrong, run you like a marathon. Once that truth turns to karma, you're done. Demon be gone. You're a narcissist, can't hide it when it shows. Tied down by your traumas, and now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist, a reaction is your aim. I'll just give it nothing, watch you lose at your own game. You're a narcissist, it's always your way, it's your lane. Doesn't matter what I try to say, define. You want what's mine, try to bring me down, try to take me out, but you can't steal my shine. Try to take my soul, try to switch them roles, that destiny swapping, mocking, blocking shit. It's a no-go, all that ego doesn't fit. Only care for the glam, only care for the glitz. Way too grubby, but you wanna give gifts. Indian giver on a power trip, acting like you rich. All the money in the world wouldn't change your attitude. Love bomb if you want, won't change my point of view on you as you laugh and you flaunt. Take your exit too. You're no match for the highest with authority over you. True. Now back to the money. Say you built a hive, forcing me the honey. Don't wanna be exposed, so you're acting all chummy. No one is around, now you wanna act funny. Bummy, pick a personality, many burn bridges. Friendship fatality, you see it one way. I see duality like calories, burn away them dark principalities. You're a narcissist, can't hide it when it shows. Tied down by your traumas, and now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist, a reaction is your aim. I'll just give you nothing, watch you lose at your own game. You're a narcissist, it's always your
Hey man, appreciate
it's
the people that
your
donated. The people that did give the music. Y'all did make great music. I hope y'all still making, the music that y'all making. Whatever. If y'all make, I hope y'all making music for somebody, because these were all good, songs and stuff like that. So I hope y'all still out there making this music. I had some people listen to this, in the workplace and stuff like that, and they said that they really like these songs. I would have loved for y'all to continue in the collective, but fuck it, it is what it is. And let's be honest, y'all walked away too far already to turn back. So I hope y'all still growing wherever y'all at, growing whoever y'all helping. If it's Maggie, if it's Danny Robinson, whoever the fuck y'all helping, or whatever the fuck y'all doing, I hope y'all still doing it, because some of this stuff was good. Or Golden Queen, y'all might be over there helping her with music or whatever. I know the manipulation. I've seen a lot of names and stuff that was in the Discord that act like they can't come support my page, but I seen them over on other people's pages in full conversation, but then they act like they can't come over to the TikTok and tap my screen for not 1 fucking second. That's how I know half of y'all are fake and doing manipulative shit. But it's cool though. And for the ones who wanted to paint the image out like, oh, he's with this white woman, he shouldn't get support. And then for the, YTP, I knew what the fuck y'all were doing in the first place. I'm not gonna lie. So to make it think that she was the one that gave me all of the knowledge and all of this and all of that, to make it seem like she was the one that was spiritual, that shit was cute. I'm not even gonna lie, like that shit was cute, that all of y'all played this nice level of manipulation where y'all try to make it seem like, oh, she's the one with the agency on TikTok. She's the one that's giving him this. She's the one that shit was cute, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Y'all did great.
You chose the lie created for you just to hide in. Why obsessed about surviving? Fighting over creation made for all to thrive in. When love speaks, you say you're listening. I wonder if you hear me. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love. Was your heart
Instead of trying to help me be the savior, y'all trying to help me with people that y'all think should be my savior, as if I was trying to be savior, right?
Stuck in a loop for how long?
How long?
Your pride convinced the right is
Right is
wrong.
wrong.
When I
When
speak,
I
you say you're listening. When will you ever hear me? Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love, love is love. Always is, always was, will always be just love. Always complete, always enough. Love is love.
I literally watched y'all literally trying to get me physically incarcerated. Like I literally watched y'all play on my life just to try to stop me from putting knowledge out there.
Stuck in a loop for how long? Your pride
You're like,
convinced that right
and that's
is
why I keep on
wrong.
laughing, because every
When
obstacle
I
that y'all put in
speak,
my
you
way,
say you're
I literally
listening.
and
When will you ever hear me? Love is love, love is love. Always is,
the motherfucker had a nerve to text my phone and tell me that they hope I die on that
always
hill.
enough. Love is love, love is
A
love.
motherfucker called my
Always is,
phone
always
and told me they
will
hope I
always
died
be just love.
on that hill. You hear me? A motherfucker text my phone and told me they hope I died on that hill. I had my kids with me, other people's kids with me, right? And the people that played the manipulation, hey man, y'all did a great job. Clap it up. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Y'all did a great job, man. Y'all did a great job. I had options. I ain't gonna lie. I had options. I think the paths that we choose, I think we need to choose these different paths in order to have a grander understanding of this world. I think a lot of things that took place, and if I'm being honest with y'all, I think a lot of stuff took place for a reason, right? I think it was for certain variations of understandings of myself, right? It didn't have nothing to do with you guys or anything like that. I've been telling y'all the same thing. I don't fight people, right? I fight energies, entities, right? I keep repeating the same thing. You guys watch people try to make it seem like they're multi-dimensional, right? And they lied and they showed you the falsitries, right? I feel like I'm outside myself, looking at myself, standing beside myself, all these different variations of falses, right? They say they manifest stuff, yet you haven't seen them manifest anything, right? Look at you know, Ray J. Even Ray J say, you know, I'm a manifest sapien, and he did manifest taking that shower with Kai Cenat and having that sleepover. But even the outcome of that, you see what's happening right now, right? He attacked the, you know, certain people, and now he might not even get the streaming deal that he got. Yes, he's got the Zeus network deal. That's why you see Krishan Rock right there, because you know, Ray J, Krishan Rock, you see her laying on his shoulder, so on and so forth. Yeah, so that's all whack 100. That's all whack 100. Whack 100 couldn't make no money off of Blueface, so he making money off of Krishan Rock, linking them up with Ray J, so on and so forth. Ray J controversy, you see him coming at Snoop Dogg, you see him coming at different variations of people, right? This is all bullshit. Chaos. Chaos. They're putting this world in chaos. They know that streamers are the next wave. Nobody watching TV no more. They watching streamers. And all these, Ray J, you should have been made it. Nigga, you had one wish years ago. You know what I'm saying? Now he want to do pride parties. Now Ray J doing pride parties. Instead of the, you know, A parade, he doing Ray parade. You know what I'm saying? That's what he doing. It's still gonna be the same thing. Everybody doing freaky shit. That's why I say he put a spin on you know, Diddy parties. He taking over the Diddy parties. You know what I'm saying? All this shit is staged. All this shit is, the world is one big stage. It's upside down. I'm telling y'all, it's upside down. But look, guess what we gonna go do? Guess what we gonna do? Y'all know we gonna go play the game. Y'all know we're gonna go play the game. Now, look, we can sit and talk about this for a while, but me talking to myself, I'm bored talking to myself, right? I've been putting out this shit for over 6 years, and I watch y'all. The white people know. That's why the white people come in and steal my knowledge. The niggas is still ignorant. That's why y'all keep on combating every fucking thing I'm saying. But if you go listen to Bearish or, you know, one of the other YT people, I guarantee they telling you the same shit that I'm saying, right? Niggas don't want to accept that I'm putting this knowledge out there. White people keep stealing this knowledge and fucking running with it, pretending like they spiritual and they saviors and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So the world is still doing what the world is doing. You still got the identity thieves out there. You still got people stealing the knowledge and wisdom that I'm putting out, and, you know, trying to make it seem like I'm not the one, that this is not my intellectual properties. Nobody gave me this shit. Nobody told me to look this shit up. I had a notion with inside myself to go find the fucking knowledge, to bring it back and have a proper means of articulating it to the people, right? But everybody wants to come and steal different variations of it and try to be like, we said it, huh? Hey, did you go talk to this person? Hey, they saying the same shit. Hey, Rashad Jamal. Hey, shut the fuck up. It's universal knowledge. Some people are manipulating it to get carnal gain. The same thing they did with Christianity. Same thing they did with the Muslim religion. That's why they got lust in the world. That's why they got people unaliving on the Holy Land, because they're using that negative energy and the blood to fucking cause havoc in the world. Now you got people over in another country saying that they run America. That they locked in and they run America. Huh? Crazy work. Crazy work. And they say Charlie Clerk was taken out by a remote, listen to me, a remote thing, a remote arm that literally was triggered by somebody that was on his team. You seen the dude do the thing with his shoulder to and they say that was a person on his on the team of, like, y'all don't see the truth coming out. And listen, and we can't say certain variations of the truth on here. Why? Because they always try to deem it to be this or deem it to be that, right? So now we just play the game. All right. We do got a new game that we trying to download. It's called No Man's Sky. Basically, we could just explore the galaxies. And look at Danny Robinson trying to talk about fucking Charlie Clerk, and damn, y'all be on my dick so fucking tough. Oh, why ain't talking about Jaguar? You wanted to be the only one in the fucking Jaguar right sector. Why are you not just talking about Jaguar? Dumb. Yeah, I knew it. I know. You want him to get him to start talking about you. All you gotta do is start talking about the stuff that he talking about, and da. Y'all fucking weird as fuck. Y'all just want try to keep making me beef with these fucking weird ass women on the fucking YouTube. Look, you gotta make them beef with a black woman. And black women so damn stupid. Y'all motherfuckers fall for that shit every fucking time. She calling farms. She calling people ahead of me to try to make sure I don't fucking progress and make it. Who the fuck? I got time. I ain't got no time to be doing this and doing that. And I ain't got no time to be chasing him and doing this. But you calling the fucking head of my endeavors to try to throw dirt on me. Make that shit make sense. You ain't got no time, but you sitting there trying to call other farms or other land that I'm going to try to hold your fucking nuts on me. Stupid ass. Fucking dumbass. Fucking stupid ass. I'm gonna go play the game, man. Fuck this YouTube shit. Y'all let me know when y'all want to fucking learn something. Fucking dumbass. Oh shit, I can't leave like that. I gotta end.